All right, guys, this is the last video for the day. Now, this is about this is not really about the Miami Heat, but it is at the same time. It's really about the NBA system and the tanking system, and in the rumors about Cleveland wanting to tank. I think that's bullshit. I honestly think that's fucking bullshit. Like, why? Me personally, I think if you just got done, I mean, if LeBron James just left your team, you should be trying to fucking you should be trying to get to the playoffs and prove that you're a somewhat a compliment organization, because this is ridiculous, guys. This is ridiculous. There's rumors that Cleveland's trying to tank, and it's like teams like Cleveland, Phoenix Suns, what's another team that's always in the lottery? Um, the Brooklyn Nets, teams like that like to tank, and they're never even feeling when they were tanking. I don't like that. I think teams like that should be. I think they should be punished for that somehow. Draft draft picks taken away, fined a lot of money, something, because I think that's bullshit. Now they fired Tyronn Lue early on this season because he got off to a bad start. But they already probably gave him the memo that, hey, we need a tank man and go get this Zion Williams because so he could be the next LeBron James type of bullshit. You know, I don't. I think when Cleveland draft players, or teams like Cleveland that draft players like the Suns or Cleveland, those players become busts because, for one thing, these teams don't develop these guys. They basically tell them we're losing on purpose so we can get more and more draft picks and more number one picks. I think that's just a huge dysfunctional organization, period. And like I said, the NBA really needs to do something about this drafting. I mean, excuse me, about this tanking system. They really need to do something about this, because I think this is just destroying young players. And when if you're a young player and you get drafted by a dysfunctional, incompetent organization like Cleveland Cavaliers or the Phoenix Suns, then you're bound to fail and be a bust, because you're looked at to bring this trash organization to the playoffs, or get them to the playoffs, or eventually win a championship with them. And it's like, you can't do that if they're trying to lose every year. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know what the words to say, but it just really pisses me off when teams like the Memphis Grizzlies, the Miami Heat, teams like that, they try to be relevant or try to win with pretty much no talent, and they still do. But you got teams like Cleveland. They got 2, 3, 4, or the Phoenix Suns, 2, 3, 4, 5 don't want draft picks or top picks, and they continue to lose. They don't try to develop these guys. You got Cleveland, where Cleveland's a playoff team, guys. Cleveland's not bad as you think they are, guys. I think it was a few games ago they played the LA Lakers, and it was a close fucking game. When LeBron James went back to Cleveland, that was a close fucking game. Or I think it was a game to where they beat one of these teams. It was a pretty good team and they won the game. It's like team I, Cleveland's a good team, guys. You got I forgot the point guard they got. It was like in the six. He was a sixth pick or something like that. Saxon or whatever. You got him. You got Kevin Love. Tristan Thompson's a pretty good player, guys. He's not garbage. He can get you some rebounds. You got Jordan Clarkson. He's like a top bench spark plug in the NBA, guys. You got a team that can get you a 7, 8 seed in the playoffs, but they're okay with just tanking and trying to go get a superstar, when a team like Miami or the Memphis Grizzlies could use a superstar like that. See, that's why I don't like it. They need to fix this tanking thing. Like, Adam Silver really needs to get off his ass and fix this. They've been talking bullshit about how they're gonna fix it and shit, but they haven't fixed this shit yet. And you got these teams like the Cleveland Cavaliers, Phoenix Suns, the Philadelphia 76ers. stacking up these draft picks, and they're not even doing, half of the time, they're not even doing anything with them. What did Cleveland do with Anthony Bennett? What did they do with Andrew Wiggins? They didn't do shit with those guys. What are the Phoenix Suns doing with DeAndre Ayton? Why DeAndre Ayton we would love to have DeAndre Ayton and develop him. But what is Phoenix? Do you really think the Phoenix Suns are going to develop Andre Ayton to his full potential? I think not. I mean, I just think that the NBA really needs, in the next meeting, bargaining meeting or lockout or whatever, they need to have a conversation about this tanking problem. Now, I already know what you're saying. Well, Heat like to do 5. You're being a hypocrite because you want the Heat to tank. See, my thing is, teams like the Heat, Spurs, when the Spurs tanked for Tim Duncan, they tanked for 1 year and they got Tim Duncan and they stopped. They didn't continue to tank every freaking year. They got that one generation superstar. They scouted, got the number one pick, and they stopped tanking. I'm okay with stuff like that. But if you're tanking for the majority of your franchise existence and you haven't been relevant unless you have a LeBron James or something like that, you really haven't been relevant other than that, I think you need to be punished for it. Because you can be better than that. You can make the playoffs if you actually try. So, that's my thing about it, guys. That's my look on it. I think it's bullshit that teams like Cleveland Cavaliers, Phoenix Suns, Brooklyn Nets. Well, I'll take Brooklyn Nets out of it because they're actually pretty good. But teams like that, the Atlanta Hawks, they just traded everyone and they wanted to take. I think that's bullshit, and I think that needs to be punished. That's basically laughing at the reputation of the league. That's basically just spitting in the league's face and it's like, what, fuck this. Fuck trying to be competitive or anything like that. We want to tank for the number one pick for the next 5 years and build a super team. Like that doesn't make sense. And most of the time that shit doesn't work. And that's very stupid of an organization to tank year after year after year like that. I'm okay with 1 year. Maybe even 2 years, but when you were tanked repeatedly like Cleveland did before they got LeBron James back for the second time, I think that's bullshit. And they're at it again. And I think that's just complete bullshit. You got a guy like Kevin Love with this fake ass injury. I know damn well Kevin Love's not injured. I know what Cleveland's trying. They're trying to sit his ass out. They're giving him his money. They're sitting his ass out, and they're trying to tank for more and more young players for that fucking team, that shitty organization. And I think it's fucking terrible, and I think it's a bad look for the league, and they really need to fix this shit. Because bad teams like Cleveland, bad organizations like Cleveland and the Phoenix Suns should be fucking punished for this bullshit. And I'm sick of this bullshit. I'm sick of that bullshit. And then you got future stars, if you develop them right, come into situations where the fucking team is complete garbage. The organization is incompetent. The organization is just terrible for them, and they become bust because of it. Because they don't have the right development, the right coaching staff. And that's just how I feel about it, guys. Heat Life for 305 out. You tell me what you think. Let's get it.